We stabbed the shit out of the Urius. Uh, the black tip of Black Razor fell out of him, and then it started growing into a heart. And then he came back to life after we casted many spells to prepare for battle. He ended up just being a guy. He looked fine when he first came back, and then all of a sudden that blackness started to return. Shortly after, Vero took him to his quarters. Oh fuck!
He just stayed. He was just resting there in Delion, the Temple of Ivonia, which is Delion's temple.
Yeah. And shortly after, Delion was preparing, exiting for a funeral at a later date. We then hit the town, went to Rashad's, and Barnon is apparently a good friend with Rashad, and was offered a slave to fuck, I think. And I forget
Good
what
old fuckery.
Yeah, so we bought the gifts for them. That'll come soon. Everyone bought their own little own shit. Vero learned of Azul's existence, which he is very excited about.
Slaying undead and orcs.
Yeah, he needs something to do, or else he might burn a forest down again.
And remember, you fought, but Anto kind of had a little tiff with the trident and felt a little dejected. He wanted his freedom back from the gods. Anto, a mercenary, doesn't like being beholden to anyone except for coin. And having a trident tell him what to do and erect temples here and there, that's not what Anto wants. So Anto threw the trident away, or gave it to Booger, who wanted to become his own little war chief and head east. But poor Booger, Vyro was going to have none of this, and Vyro drew his long sword, exploded it his back with fiery wings, and executed Booger. But all was not lost, or some was only lost, Anto, as they took 2,000 gold pieces of the 7,000 that you dropped. As you just basically, you still kind of kept your oath with the thing, but you just let the goblins handle it. And the goblins also had been dejected from the guard duty, Anto. The queen now has reestablished the guard in full in Stormbrook. And the new Kingdom of Stormfire has been made. And Vyro recollected the trident, wave, the artifact that you guys were able to recover from White Plume Mountain. The deadly dungeon of Cryptius where he kept Black Razor at. Black Razor is held in the temple. Delion has wrapped it up and kept it there and put it in the vault, believing that it is too dangerous to be whelmed by any mortal at this time, as it had been touched by the darkness. You took it though back, Vyro, and threw it into Anto's chamber and tried to sneak in and kind of wanted to play a practical joke on him, but just laying it next to him, but couldn't get it done. It's too perspective, especially you didn't want to take off your armor because you might get beat down, from it. And because you guys dueled before,
he wasn't going to take his armor out just to pull a prank.
Yeah, he didn't want to take you. But the last time Anto and you went at it, you guys went kind of tit for tat. Anto barely lost, but it was only because Anto was wounded. Anto the Trident is in the room though, as we are concluding our long rest for the evening. And Booker, Booker was getting his tattoo done, the etchings onto his, which hand, the right or left hand, Booker?
It was the right hand, which I actually realized it does have a description of what it looks like. So,
what does it look like?
So apparently, produced by a special needle, this magic tattoo, features beautiful calligraphy, images of writing implements, and the like. But I think the pens or the quills and other implements are kind of crawling up the fingers to sort of help explain what it does.
can you sign your name? As the tattoo artist, let's try it. As he takes it and he puts it out. It's probably one of those like biker guys, that's got tattoos everywhere.
All right. I'll sign his. Booker will sign his name in cursive.
You take your right hand out a little bit and you just start to take the ink away and you draw it with your index finger. And it's like writing on a tablet almost. But it's permanent. It's in ink.
Yeah,
it's endless.
Yeah. It's not magical ink. I'm not trying to break your game.
Yes,
that would have been horrible.
It's not magical, but it is regular ink, and so you can just write across your name, and you do so. And Barnon, like we said earlier, he was talking with Rashad and learned about the dragon a little bit that had been harassing Rashad's ships, or the Iron Link ships, which are shipping slaves from here to Husad. And Rashad was very thankful that Barnum was able to curry the favor of Delion, who said that he would speak and try to lift the audit that was currently being done through Orion and Exodus, who have both passed. We ended the game with Delion. She was going around the temple, hollowing everything, sanctifying the temple from undead or things not of this world. And she came to Urias's room. Urias came in and he had confronted Delion as he looked into her eyes. Delion looked back to his golden eyes, somewhat mired with darkness, but a resemblance is still there, Delion. And he said that you're his daughter. And that's where we ended the game. And that's where we'll start the game.
Before we start, your mic has a lot of static.
My mic?
Yeah, like it's popping pretty frequently. I don't know if that's just me or everybody else can hear it.
Is it popping,
Sounds
guys?
good for me. For me, it's fine.
I think I was doing that a little bit when I first joined, and then I didn't notice it after.
Is
It's
it
not
popping?
a big deal.
I don't hear anything.
I'm using a voice enhancer thing through my soundboard. I can change it if you want.
I think that might be what it is. Because it sounds like de-encoding static noise a bit.
I'll try this. How does that sound?
Yeah, it's good. They got rid of it.
Is there any change for you guys? Don't care?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the same for me.
I just noticed a very minor crackling noise. It's not. You would have to be listening for it, I think.
Zero difference.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
Okay. You're my daughter. I sired many children in the attempt to defeat the darkness. I laid the seeds across Zin, and you are one of them.
I look at him with blank eyes and basically kind of just sit there, like look at him, not even answer for about several seconds. Say, and I go like, nah, it's not possible.
Look into your heart.
If you're my father, then my mother is a goblin chef.
He actually is.
What's your mother's name, Delion?
Actually, I don't know. I think I was basically raised there for adoption, so I don't know their names.
You were an orphan, were you not? You don't even know who your mother and father were.
Mainly from lack of memory, but probably some peasant family, my guess is.
I knew your mother. She was ashamed of you. But she gave you up for adoption. You're not the only child I've had.
Man got around.
I roll insight. Is that possible?
Versus his persuasion. I'll roll it on the d20. I think he has plus 15 on the roll.
Wow. I don't think I win. You got a
He
14.
rolls a 29, something like that. Search your heart, you know it to be true.
Why reveal this to me now? Why didn't you reveal this to me before I left for the mountain?
I had to test you, did I not? Every god needs to test a follower. A shame you did not find the right god. And you decided to worship Ivonia.
I was taken in by the temple. I don't think I really had too much of a choice, but that's fine. Regardless, now that you've revealed your identity to me, assuming I believe you, what do you want, I guess?
I want you to believe in yourself. You have too much of my sister in you.
I believe in myself, I think. I mean,
It's
been difficult last couple of weeks, but I'm still going to see this through to the end.
Most mortals in this time, like yourself, not even as fortunate, even know who their father is. And your father is a god. And yet you remained unfazed. And your aunt is the darkness.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. It's
Nice
just,
ambience.
and I'm not sure I completely believe it yet. So
Use your power and read my mind if you wish. And then you will know it to be true.
if you're a deity, then it's really difficult. You can hide anything you want and you can say anything you want, and I wouldn't be able to detect anything. So
See, you're just like my sister. You give up too easily. Your faith is waning, is it not? This is what I do. I wish you to task you with belief.
my basic goal is still unchanged. I'm still trying to get rid of the darkness to the end, whether it costs me my life or not. So I don't know what you mean by belief. You mean belief in you or belief in somebody else?
You wish to believe in me as your new god, your father.
If I refuse,
You're
or I
old
should
enough to
say
make
decline.
you have come of age, you can make your own decision, and you can bear children yourself.
Children at this age? Okay.
Why not?
I never thought about it.
Don't you wish to live to pass something on, if not for me, but for yourself?
No, hasn't really crossed my mind. But thank you for reminding me.
You're more like my sister than I thought. You're full of destruction.
So now that you told me who you are, so you want me to believe in something or believe in you, I'm gonna have to think about it. And then, to be honest with you, it's a lot to take in, and I'm not even sure I can completely believe what I'm hearing. Maybe this is a bad dream.
Maybe it is. Then maybe you should wake up.
Okay. Yours is God of the Winds, right? If I remember correctly.
I am god of the east wind.
Next room, next in the temple thing.
Yeah, thin walls.
Delion just kind of, we'll go to another scene here. Delion is just kind of in shock. eventually, I guess she just slinks away and she just kind of nods or something and leaves. We go through a long rest though, guys, and we wake up the following morning at 9 a.m. I'm assuming we all meet, or we're planning to do Exodon's funeral or something, or should I just go around the table? I mean, what does everybody want to do? Because Exodon's funeral is supposed to take place in the morning. Do we want to transport his body to the Temple of Metal?
Up to you
That's
guys.
up to Delion.
Yeah, I put it down on week 1. Remember, I put down all the list of things from week 1 to week 5. One of them was funeral arrangements with requiem and procession, and talking about the merging of the temple with the gnome priestess with at the same temple.
We take Exodon's body. Is everybody going? Anto, are you going?
Yeah. Before I go, though, I'm going to take that trident and put it under the bed, hidden away.
You take the trident, and it says, as you wake up in the morning, the trident is just laying there on the cold temple floor, in one of the rooms. Spacious, like at least a dozen acolytes run the temple, of Delion. And you pick up the trident, it says, "Don't leave me."
Okay, fine. I'll take it with me for now. For now, though.
Oh, he's got a soft
I was
heart.
so
Easy to
alone.
manipulate.
I was so alone in the mountain for so long. That giant crab thingy was all I could see. And then you took me out of there, Anto, and you just gave me away to some goblins?
They were good goblins. I don't know what happened. I don't know why you're here. What happened to the goblin?
Well, that brute, Vyro, ended up killing one of them. But fortunately, I'm
Yes.
back with you, so, I think he's a good man.
Of course he is.
Vyro's a good man? Okay. So you don't mind being with Vyro?
I don't, but he serves Ivonia.
Okay.
Whenever I hold this trident in my hands, it starts to feel dry.
Yeah, and he's
Okay.
particularly hot, and, his back exploded with flames. It's not really, kosher for what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And
Well,
the fire elemental.
don't worry. I'm not going to leave
Forgot
you
to use that.
alone. Yet.
Can we talk about building that temple now, then?
Later.
God.
I start walking out the door and just look for everybody else.
Don't forget your 5,000 gold that was also on the table.
Oh, yeah. Of
You
course,
see
I take it. I won't leave that stuff behind.
That's the temple's money.
Yes. The temple's money, yes.
Yeah, the 5,000 gold pieces that you wanted to give to the goblins back. Vyro and the procession of some of Exodon's guards meet you guys at the temple. They gather the body, and a procession is formed, and it marches on its way down the street, essentially. Delion, the temple which you're in, is in the temple district within Stormbrook. At the end of the street, at one of the ancient stones, a foundation was built when all the temples were razed, or most of the temples, except for yours. It's kind of like what happened in World War II. Some of the Nazis didn't want to even bomb the churches there. But the orcs don't care about most of that stuff, right? So how is your temple left standing after the Great War? One of life's great mysteries, I suppose.
We burned the orcs. We burned the orcs.
You carry, yeah, sure. Then you guys are carrying the procession down. You guys put Exodon's body. It's lifted up to the stairway. The bishop is there, but everyone, this is what Exodon's temple looks like, with a symbol of an angel, the foundation of it built on some ancient rock long ago. Magic was being used to erect it. Exodon spared no expense at building this Temple of Metal. Barden, what are you playing in the procession on the way there?
Oh, something melancholy, triple flat scale. Something similar, I guess, to Bach.
Like with a cello, or what type of instrument?
Oh, so yeah, I'll reflavor the cello a bit, make it like an electric cello, but instead of electric, magic. So it's a lot more portable. But
Magic.
as I flip it out, it has the body is in the purple glow when I start playing it, but when I'm not playing it, it's just a stick with strings.
Cool. So it like conjures up as you take the bow out or something?
As you play notes on it, you would see the notes reverberate off in the silhouette of a cello in a purple color.
The bishop has gathered there. A crowd has assembled. Followers of Exodus, a small order of knights that Exodus was able to bring to his calling, are all there. And the bishop says, "We have gathered here because a great one has died. Saint Exodus of Metal has passed in great battle against the darkness. The cardinal would like to say a few words. The mark is passing, and I believe Viro has something else he would like to say as well. And anyone else that has known him may say something about him. Cardinal?"
Effective the speech, but we've lost a great knight in the service of good, and we hope that his passing will be in the name of a greater good, and that we will finally overcome this darkness that seems to be spreading around the land. And my plan is to honor Saint Exodus by merging his temple with mine, and hopefully, going forward, we can combine the strengths of our united faiths and overcome this light that Exodus fought so hard with his very life to preserve.
Delion makes
Let
a
us
persuasion
put
roll.
him to rest.
Oh, yeah, Delion, you
Okay.
make a persuasion roll to try to bring in more followers from Exodus' faith into yours. I roll for the crowd.
184. And I guess I should roll for advantage from that other roll.
Yes.
25. 24, 25.
I roll a natural 20, but like the crowd itself has no modifier really. So they're convinced by your persuading, and they're like, they all kind of look, you hear like a murmur come amongst the crowd as they all kind of agree. They're like, yes, let's join the faith. And but can we keep our faith still if we want, Cardinal?
Faith of forgiveness and fire.
Of course, but united will be much stronger, and obviously each person's beliefs will still be respected, but we need to fight as a united force against this darkness.
For Exodus! For Exodus! The bishop, the small gnome bishop, looks over to you, Viro, and says, "Viro, do you have any words?"
I will go last, because mine will take about an hour.
All right.
Anyone else close to Exodus need to say a few words? Please go ahead of me.
Does anyone else wish to say anything?
I got nothing, so.
Answer just walks up. Yeah, guy looks pretty cool. And yeah, just that one guy,
He paid well. It was fine. I got this cool trident before he died. It's all right.
Booker, do you want to say anything?
I don't know if Booker has anything to say about.
Don't worry, everyone have plenty to say when Vero's done.
I think while all this is happening, Booker does go over to the donation box and just kind of dumps in some money. Just kind of puts a little bit of it from his bag of holding. I'm gonna dump.
Speak louder than words.
I'm gonna dump 400 gold pieces in.
the bishop kind of notices this. The crowd is kind of like coming and going, you know. It's like half attention. People are just kind of like talking about how great he was. He's like, this temple has helped feed my family. And as Booker drops the coin into the thing, Bishop Ula notices. And she shuffles on her way over to Booker and says, my.
1, 2, 3. Yes.
Counting up before.
I couldn't help notice that you're making a donation.
Well, in some ways, actions do help speak when words falter.
Well, look at this magnificent temple that Exon was able to erect here. And how did you know Exodus?
I had met him on an incursion into the mountains. It was a bit of, I'll say, a twist of fate. I can't deny that. It was interesting meeting him. I've never met a man so committed to a cause. It does leave lasting impressions, though, I will say. 25, 26, 27, 28.
She's just like, as you keep putting, she like just like her eyes keep following it, like as you keep putting it into the coffer or whatever. And she's just
I can go by 5. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be there for an hour, probably enough for Vera to think.
Barnon, do you want to say anything? You said that you kind of knew him, right, in some way.
A little bit. I would say I would probably change the mood, so I wouldn't want to go up on stage just yet before Vero. I feel like it would be rude, so I'm gonna just let Vero have it and change my tune to play along with Vero's monologue here.
Oh no,
Vero, what do you do?
Vero stands up and he says, as a local tradition, and what used to be my home, the best way to honor warriors was to take a peek at all their good deeds that they've done in life. And then I gesture for people to wheel in this fucking mobile aquarium that we move into the front of the stage.
The Knights of Exodus bring it in, you know, they like set it down. And you hear like this thudding sound as it's set down.
And I take out the scroll of Pool of Deeds and I cast it onto the body of water. I'm going to read the description of this spell.
Cool.
You enchant a body of water of any size and name a creature. This can be a living or dead individual. The creature you name or their corpse does not have to be physically present. And the most important events of that creature's life will play out in the water. The whole event will take about an hour. You can choose to view a specific story from the target's life, but you don't need to know specifics. If you know a creature if the creature does not want to be displayed, it needs to make a charisma saving throw, but he is dead, so, you know.
Auto fail.
Make a charisma saving.
Yeah. This is a pretty awesome spell that Vyrof was able to find. And basically, as he rubs his hand across the water, it begins to form. Delion, you notice out in the crowd, like as you're kind of like talking and mingling with people, you swear you see Urius there, like staring at you in the crowd.
In disguise, or it just visible as normal?
In his elven form, right?
Okay.
Excellent. Do you know what events might play?
Oh, yeah, I do have a good idea what event would play.
Is this Batman origin story?
Kind of. It depends what mood he would be in, but I'm gonna go with the last mood he was in when he died. So I'm gonna go with him brutally murdering his father in an arena pit.
This takes an hour, so we see everything.
That's an uncomfortable hour.
283, 284. Oh.
You check over your shoulder. Oh
I
god.
look at the Eurus kind of suspiciously, but at the same time defiantly, because I'm going to do what I need to do.
Accident.
Accident.
Okay.
Yes, fire.
He goes back to his seat and sits down and watches with everyone else.
As this like, and the kids are kind of being brought up, and they see Accident in the arena, like, and he says, "Mommy, can we go?" And she's like, "No," and she like covers his eyes, and like takes him off. As a kid, like wants to go to the arena pits or something and see this like event. And another one's like, ugh. Another person's like, as they come up and see the pool, and they're like, "Oh, that one hurt. I bet that really hurt."
Everyone starts looking at it like an MMA fight.
The most important thing in his life.
Gladiator combat was usually just basically old-fashioned WWE. This feels like it's actual murder.
Oh no, it was. That's how it usually went. But yeah, I was trying to get revenge on him, so I set it up to
the ending's killer
to execute him.
And Delion, where do you want Exton's body to be buried?
Either in the crypt, a special crypt below the Temple of Saint Exodus, or around the grounds, whichever is available.
We will bury him around the grounds of the temple here. He will be laid to rest, and may his spirit find tear, and may his battles finally be quelled in the seven heavens.
Maybe he's with his god.
What do we want?
Gods work, because he's dead.
What do you want to say, Vera?
I'm just out of character wondering to myself, what happens to gods when they die?
Unknown.
Well, there's that.
What do you think, Booker?
Well, they die and they return to the astral space where they become the astral sea planet, basically where they become over time just large rocks where they build cities on. As an actual, I think it's an actual.
They become astral bodies. That's
yeah. It's an entire graveyard, pretty much, of dead gods.
The astral
Booker.
sea is basically a god graveyard.
Yeah, Byra. Booker starts to like recant some like ancient knowledge he read in some tome somewhere about like some god that died, and it has to go to this like crazy place in like some extra dimensional space. As you kind of ask a technical question.
I say their name, but then as I say it, it just proceeds to come out as this low grinding sound. You would know them.
Oh, okay. Famous. That's really great.
You're pretty good for not understanding Abyssal.
I know a few.
Oh. Sorry.
Exodon's body is buried on the grounds, and people remember Exodon very fondly. And the temple that he has built stands as a testament to his glory within Stormbrook. What's the final tune that you play, Barnon, as Exodon is laid to rest?
I would cut the tune I'm playing, and I would announce, now that we have completed our mourning, it is time for celebration. For all the great that is gathered here, all these fine people and great heroes to come. Now, let us celebrate. And I will change a tune to a double sharp scale that really picks up the beat.
Bring out the mead! As people start just rolling the barrels out and start drinking in the middle of the morning. Yeah! Time to get fucked up.
Yeah, that's Booker's donation.
As they start like doing it, and people are just having a good time now. People are just relaxing. What do you guys want to do?
472, 473, 474, 475. I'm still there.
Well, to save time, I had put a list of things to do over 5 weeks, but I guess First thing I would do is look at the tomes and ledgers to find out if yours story is actually true. Any sort of information. And allocate a teleportation circle space for Booker. And I'll then talk to Nonavigil about postponing the audit.
Well, what do you want to do first? Or what do you guys want to do? It seems like Delion's kind of taking over, taking command of the group.
I mean, the other guys can do what they need to do, but I would talk to Nonavigil. I guess would be the only RP part. The other part is just setting aside space and
Sure,
let
let me go.
research.
Delion wants to go do the research first then?
I would probably see Nonavigil first because research would take much longer.
Do you guys want to go see this queen right now?
Hero was gone for a couple of months, so he had no idea that the rulers changed while he was gone. So yeah, he's gonna see his new queen.
About that time, I realized I went 75 gold over, so
Yeah,
I donated instead of 400, 475. Then wait a minute. Oh, going,
You kept
leaving.
counting.
All right, just walk away nonchalantly.
Each hand your coins back.
Have you? As you leave, the bishop goes to. It's such a pity accident died. We could use a new patron for the temple.
I put
Do
my
you
hand.
believe in me?
I clasped my hands on her hands and I crouch down and I just say, "Best of luck to you." And I stand up quickly and just speed walk away.
Oh,
I'm already responsible for one place.
Anto, what do you do?
Can't run a school and a church.
Is there is there like a lake, a river somewhere nearby?
There's like a port that's nearby in Stormbrook.
Port, much better. Can I go over by the port and see if I can try to attract the attention of a big fish, kind of like maybe the size of a small shark or something?
You want to get a big fish. You want to go to the port and get a big fish.
Not get it, but like I got the spell, Dominate Beast.
Oh, okay. You're trying to look for a
And
big. You're
follow
trying to look
him.
for a big fish.
Yeah, big enough. Just about half my size, maybe. Strong
Shark.
enough.
As you go
Strong enough
to grab
as you
something.
stab a trident into.
as you go to the port with Wave, Vyro wants to go see the queen. So Anto kind of slips away. Vyro, you lose track of him, right?
Oh, don't worry. I'll get that fucking trident.
And Anto, you end up going to the port. There are ships coming and going as you've slipped away from the Odyssey once again on your own. And the rest of the group, do you want to meet them at Whitehaven, which is the castle of Storm?
Well,
The Kingdom of
if I
Stormfire?
can, this is going to be rather quick if I can find a big fish.
Sure.
And
You go
it's
out to the docks and you see like sailors coming and going, right? You see ships, and unfortunately you see slaves boarding the ships too. And some slaves off boarding the ships, as slavery is still legal here within the Kingdom of Stormfire. A leftover time of the orcs, which this city has only been liberated roughly 3 or 4 months ago. The merchants have not released their grip upon the slavery that is occurring here. And you, in the distance, you swear you hear like a scream of like one of the brandings happening of the slaves. But you go down by the dock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wave says to you, "Finally, we're back home."
Oh,
You sure
Oh.
are, Wave. You sure are.
This is the Great Sea.
oh, that's what you mean by home. Okay, it makes sense. Yes,
Where's your home, Anto?
good question. I forgot, but don't worry about it. I'm right now. I'm looking for something. So if you can help me out by trying to search something big enough to be almost like a shark, but not a shark.
You're looking for a shark?
No, not a shark. Something big, almost as big as a shark. Just big enough.
What are you up to?
Huh?
What are you up to?
You love the water, don't you?
I love it very much.
And you've been asking me to spit on you for a long time.
I love salt water especially.
I mean, yes, my spit is not salty, so yes.
Can we just jump in a little bit?
We're gonna jump, that's for sure. But before I do that, I needed like an escort, a guard, or something like that to help out.
An escort?
Yeah, a beast of sorts to help us out, just to make sure nothing gets behind me.
Did you like that temple we saw today at the Temple District?
Don't change
one built for that same-
subject.
I'm trying to change it because you're always ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm gonna give you that which you want, which is to get deep on water. But I'm going to take a dive too.
Let's jump.
Yeah, but I need a fish. Can you help me out find a fish? Big enough.
My God, who could knew that the champion of Lunia could be so dull-witted? The fish are right there in the water. We have to jump in to go get them. We can't get them by standing on the...
Okay, no, you make sense on that one. Yeah, let's jump there. So I jump into the water and try to find a big fish.
About time I get a little bit wet. And you jump in and you just splash as you jump into the cool ocean water. And the sailors look at her like, what the fuck is he doing? As you jump off in like over this dock. The dock is like a good 20-foot jump down, you know? It splashes hard and you're like in your full armor. And immediately as you jump in, the way that this thing is done is like a bubble starts to form around your head. And it allows you like to breathe underwater. See? You don't have anything to worry about.
Yes, but let me take the wheel somewhere about it. And
Doesn't it feel so good? That water all over your skin?
Yes, I bet it feels good. Yes, you say that every time when you're near water. Now, help me find a fish.
Oh, look, there's one right there. And you see a little fish swimming by?
Not a little one. What? Like, I'm trying to look for a big one. A bigger one. It's got to be bigger.
Oh, you want a bigger one? Well, I want a big temple.
I thought temples were big, but yes.
You have to go swimming a little deeper.
I swim a little bit more deeper.
You swim a little bit more deeper. And it's dark down here, but you can see out through the power of wave.
Dark visions.
Yeah, you can see out with it. As you begin swimming, you're kind of like Aquaman right now in a way. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Aqua Anto. As you're swimming down, you're kind of like swimming out, and the trident says to you, are you going to build me that temple?
Yes. It's going to take a little bit longer because I don't know why, but the sack of money feels lighter.
That's better than nothing.
I have not counted the money yet. So.
We can start off with something small. We don't need anything gracious.
Uh-huh. I keep looking for a fish, big fish.
An ocean always starts with one drop of water.
I keep looking for the fish.
And you have to make an investigation roll, Anto, to determine how big and the size of this fish or whatever you're trying to find.
Investigation. Oh my god, that's not a good one, but okay. I got 11.
Weirdest way to lose a player character. Just walked at the bottom of the ocean, kept walking.
Yeah, you're kind of walking on the bottom of the ocean. It's very strange. You know, you've never done this before. You're able to essentially like scuba dive with all the armor and stuff that you're wearing. Your buoyancy is almost nil. And you spot a fish, but it's nothing like that. It's going to take a lot more time to do it. You have to go to the deep parts of the ocean, maybe on a boat or something. You really want to get a big one.
Yeah. I guess this part is not good then.
Anto goes on a vacation for several months to get a fish.
And I just started swimming back up because there's no fish around here. But
Stop thinking like the lower beings. You're a champion of Lunia. The fish
What are you
can
talking
call
about?
to you. I'm talking to you, Anto. God.
What? Are you okay?
Look at where we are. You look around, you're on like the bottom of the ocean. Like right before the
Yes.
reef, right before like the reef shelf drops off, you know? Get down on the knee.
Like God of War.
Get down on your knees.
We got things to do, and I cannot split from the party. The last time we did, somebody died.
This will only take a moment.
I go and kneel down.
Is it so hard to give your heart over to the gods? Let us say a prayer. Let us say a prayer to Lunia, and maybe he will bring us something.
Okay. God of Lumiere, if you can hear me, can you find a big fish to come near me?
Make a religion roll.
Oh, my religion is.
I feel like
it's
a disadvantage.
It should be.
Does the
Can I roll
god
with
have
disadvantage?
insight?
Wait,
The
isn't
god
Lanier?
hears this. Here's a man just asking for a fish. You're like, are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, I've done less. Throws a fish.
Is it a straight roll?
Yep.
Please tell me if he gets a natural one, send like 3 sharks.
14.
And you see this like little fish come up from the depths. It's just like a little like bass or something, and it kind of looks. It's like incredible. Wave says, "See, Lunia answered our call."
Okay, so let me get this straight. This is the player speaking right here. Does the trident speak with the fishes, or do I speak with the fishes?
I don't know. Do you?
So he says it can also speak. I'm guessing it's the trident that can speak with the aquatic animals,
Oh.
but it can involve me, the wielder, in the conversation as well. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
guess that, yeah. So I'm going to attempt to communicate with that fish.
Okay.
Fucking pathetic.
Do you
What is
understand
this?
what I'm saying?
Nobody knows what's going on anymore here.
Yeah.
How big is this fish again? By the way,
It's probably the size like
Oh,
this,
blast.
like this.
that's not big enough.
Forearm.
Do you know of any bigger fish around? Almost like a shark.
Oh, bigger fish. They're probably out farther.
So not
Always
near
try to
them.
stay away from them. They eat you.
That is true, yes.
They're
But
hungry all the time, being so
What
big.
about- what about dolphin?
Haven't seen a
What
dolphin
about
in a
sturgeon? We can
while.
have caviar.
Anto starts to just like go through every fish in the book. What about this one? What about this one? No.
What about
No.
What about squid?
shrimp?
No.
Lobsters, crabs.
Shit.
He's in a precarious spot because if he drops a trident now, that bubble is probably gonna disappear.
Well,
How deep is he?
He's like
I'm in the bottom.
Pretty deep.
he's like on the
Well,
edge of the reef.
Yeah,
Fast can
there's
you swim?
nothing here. I'm gonna have to search somewhere else then.
Anto, do you want to head back to the rest of the party now?
Yep.
Couldn't quite find the large fish that you want, and you guys make your way up the mountain, and Anto kind of swims his way back, and you guys see him as he comes out. He's just sogging wet, you know, and he's carrying the trident in his hand, Booker, so you know, like, mischief has happened with the trident, right?
Have you had a good swim?
Yes.
I always understand those after funeral necessary trips to go swim in the ocean.
Yeah. Yes. Correct. Yes. you are immensely on point.
I have advantage on insight. I just don't even need one to roll because I just feel it.
You can just not believe him.
I can just not believe it. I don't care. How about that? I just see a man walk out of the ocean. Okay, ocean man.
Let's
You got-
start heading back.
What if we were to combine your Temple of the Water with the Temple of Fire, and hopefully Eurus's Temple of Air, and create a united Temple of the Elements?
Wait, does he have a temple of water?
Not yet.
Oh, you're still working on that.
No,
Yeah.
we could create one. We could just create a section within the existing temple instead of having it build a whole new temple.
Yeah, dedicate a hallway or something. Make a shrine.
Let's talk about that later. For now, let's just
Been that
get this day
5,000
over
gold
with.
I got back for you.
I would give you 400 gold as a starter, but I just gave it away.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You guys march up on your way. You guys go out into the main courtyard of Whitehaven, which is the castle that was built so long ago. Nonavigil is castle seems well fortified now and staffed correctly. Guards are posted across the ramparts. Barnon, you see guards marching up and down the weave of the castle mountain, protected now. The stones have been rebuilt and gathered or quarried from the west, and the mine there has been reopened from the Dark Divide. Silver is beginning to run from the mine there now to here. The kingdom of men are strengthening, for now at least. You guys end up going in, and before you go in, Commander Mudteeth, which is the captain of the guard, says, "You've returned? Where's Lord Exodin?"
Did we
Anto?
did we
Delion, where's Lord Exodin?
You're muted.
Muted.
He has perished in the battle against some evil forces, one of them being a lich sorcerer of some sort.
A lich sorcerer of some sort?
It was a lich.
I did hear of a dangerous rumor that some undead were wandering around the Temple of Ivonia. Delion, say it is not so.
No, that's not the case. In this case, this was a former companion of his that turned to the darkness, somebody named Arno.
Arno. I remember him. Never liked him. You said he became a lich?
That's correct. And he had a companion, a woman that's also following him, Adeline.
Yes, they had to do something with the disappearance of Istra and one of the Vigils.
Okay. I mean, I'm not aware of the past history, but they certainly tried to make our life difficult. And they
witnessed one of the suicides of the Vigils, one of the Queen's family members.
And they even desecrated my temple by stepping foot in it and essentially, taking a artifact, one of the fingers. I'm not really sure all of this history behind these fingers, but some sort of artifact.
Pyro, Commander Mati says. He kind of walks up to you to kind of whisper it into your ear a little bit. He says, We heard about a goblin that was slain on the streets. I just wanted to say, good job. They said it was from a warrior of Ivonia. Was that you?
You're looking at him.
Keep up the good work.
Goblin flight's taken off with an artifact of ours. I got it back.
Excellent work. I was the one to convince Nonavigil, but the funds from Lord Exodin and the Cardinal here were able to build up our force once again. We are now 400 strong. We've had to recruit women into the workforce because a lot of the men, But they are fighting and we are training them. I do not see Orion with you. I heard he purchased a lot of farmland out west. Where is he?
I'm not aware of any Orion.
That is a
I might
shame.
need to ask the others for that.
Well, the Queen is expecting you.
I nod.
Yes,
May we come in?
Certainly, we need an audience with her regarding various matters.
This is very nice. I've never met royalty.
As you guys are allowed in, you guys are open through the main gates. You guys come up the steps and open up the big doors here and are led into the main throne hall where the Queen is at. If you want me to, I can put out the models and stuff. So, if you really want me to. So, some of you guys might remember this, right? I think Anto.
We're not going to have a
Delion.
combat, are we? So,
I don't know. I'm just putting them out just in case.
Which room are we supposed to be in?
Viro, do you have a model?
Oh, there you are.
Viro, you don't have a model, do you?
Not on the board. I downloaded one, yeah. Should be
in my thingy.
Yeah.
Oh.
There should be Viro and Viro V2, which is one standing and one when he's in combat.
Okay, let me see if I got him here.
I can just set up morph up for him.
I'm looking for him. Give me a second. I see him. Nice. I got him here. Give me a second while I put them together real quick.
Mudteeth is there. Mudteeth.
You guys remember Commander Mudteeth?
Of course.
What does this Commander Mudteeth look like?
I linked his picture in the chat.
Ah, okay. Let me go take a look.
Isn't he a Minotaur?
There you go, Shimmy.
Nice.
Do you have your character in here, Barnum?
Yeah.
There he is.
Jack helped me make it.
Nice.
You can have two of me. He's just placed in there.
Yeah, I was putting in the other model, right?
Oh yeah.
So you have a morph,
Okay, I see.
Viro, so you can switch your model if you want.
Yep.
And then let's go to you, buddy. There you go, exiting. And we're right now in the throne room of Nona Vigil. There we go. And you guys can see Nona Vigil's model up here, right? And I've also linked her model in the chat. You've arrived. The Odyssey. You've returned from the mountain. Cardinal?
Yes,
Anto?
Your Majesty, and certainly it was a very despairing Odyssey, but we've recovered somewhat.
I see you're missing Saint Exodin and the others.
Yes, he has perished, unfortunately, at the hands of his, his enemies.
Well, they say that adventuring is dangerous. What can I do for
This
you?
had nothing to do with the adventure. I think it was a vendetta of some sort.
Well, thanks to you and the gold that you left me, I was able to institute the force, the gods once again. Order has been restored throughout the land.
Yes, I see. I'm very warmed to see that everything has become better and people have recovered. But today, Your Majesty, we're here to ask a small favor, actually.
I still worry about slavery, of course, and what is this favor that you ask for?
I need you to hold off on the audit of Rashad temporarily. I mean, we need all the allies we can against the greater evil, and if you choke him in the end, it might prove to be a temporary measure against some minor evil, that will prevent us from actually combating the greater evil. I mean, we can deal with slavery at a later point, but for now, it seems too much to cause chaos in this particular moment.
But slavery is evil, Cardinal.
It can be evil. I don't think it's inherently evil. But for now,
Man,
I think we should just.
Baru just glares at Delion as she says that.
Sorry.
I'm trying to be political, guys. But I believe that if you can just postpone the audit, I think it would help immensely toward our greater goal.
The audit has already shown that the links have been thwarting taxation. And
well, I mean,
not every
I'm
slave
sure
is
we can-
accounted for. It doesn't make sense, Cardinal. Something is...
obviously, well, Your Majesty, I mean, everybody tries to avoid taxation, but I think, as I said, we need his resources to combat the evil, and if you put a hold on that, it will prevent anything else from happening.
You wish to have the crown cede its power to the links?
Not cede your power, Majesty, just a temporary delay. Do I need to roll persuasion?
We're just talking right now. The persuasion roll would be a skill challenge of some kind, maybe a skill challenge of 5 skill challenges in a row versus the noble's persuasion. Something like that, to persuade them against this. This was Exodent's last dying wish. This is your first persuasion roll.
I know it was his dying wish, but I also think that he would look at the greater good versus the lesser evil, right? How do I roll it?
I'll roll the first one for her. As a noble, she's like, nobles are not combat fighters. They're very good at persuading people and also sensing deception and illusion, intent. So she rolls a 14 plus, I believe, 8 or something like that to the roll, or 6, something like that.
Yeah,
so she rolls a
she beat me.
Yes. She says, but this was the dying wish of Exodent, Cardinal. And it was you, I believe, who wanted the audit to begin with. Was it not?
Was it? I don't remember asking for
No,
an
it
audit,
was
did I?
Orion and myself, or Exodent.
As your queen eminently recognizes, I mean, you're in politics and you need to survive with all your denizens, proclaiming loyalty to the crown. And in this case, as I said again, we do need his resources to combat the darkness. So it would be in our best interest to at least delay or postpone the audit. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm merely asking for some time.
But if we try to do another audit, they'll be more prepared for it. The next time we do it.
At that moment, we can certainly discuss again. And
so you'd rather trade one evil for another?
A lesser evil for a greater evil that threatens to consume this entire world.
Evil is still evil, but that does not mean it can go unseen. Hi, Professor Booker Carvel, Archmage of Illusion, etc., etc. Hi. If you postpone the audit, and as you've said before, there are individuals missing from the itineraries, I believe that you are saying, that are not coming up on record, that would warrant an investigation. And I think an investigation into the audit, into certain things, can just be done while the audit itself is postponed until you've gathered the correct information. That can be a side piece done by a section in themselves, a unit, of course, while the greater threat is still being handled and the lesser evil, what is still evil, is also being handled, just thoroughly.
Booker makes a second persuasion roll.
I was just trying to help.
I don't think you can separate the two, but good luck.
Well, I mean,
Rolls a
it's
15.
still... Oh, please. I only have a +1. I need something.
Yeah, I mean,
May
I
I
have a
interject?
One.
I have a very high plus, but
Booker rolls this persuasion roll.
All right. That's a 7 + 1, 8.
So I'll try to, when I'm trying to speak as Commander Munty, I'll just take off the crown to try to help you guys out. Commander Munty says, but there's been many missing children and orphans lately. We suspect the links are behind this, sending men, women, and children to the ships south.
Vero speaks up. Is Rashad the main member orchestrating all this in the Iron Links in this city?
Iron Links are a vast guild and trade network of merchants. He is only one member of the guild. But they all work
I
together.
interject of advice.
Of course, your counsel is always welcome.
For now, they are simply asking you to not interfere with an established institution here that has great power that could be of great assistance to us as we attempt to deal with a greater problem. However, in the future, when the greater problem is dealt with, this would be mere child's play for us to strong arm and deal with it ourselves. Does that not sound amicable to you?
I don't know. Roll persuasion roll. This is the
I have
third
like
one.
+8 guys.
21.
I could see that maybe. But what about the missing children and the men?
Well, that is a
Will-
separate matter.
I mean, we can investigate directly into the missing children issue. I can vouch for that personally.
I can vouch for that as well. And I flinch my fucking sword.
I sweat.
I don't know. I don't
Rashad.
think the...
Rashad is a simple-minded fool. You would easily persuade him in the moment. He doesn't have much forethought in future plannings.
Your Majesty, we would never ask such a favor unless it was important. Otherwise, why would we even bother?
Well, I could foresee this if you were able to fund the crown. Once again, I could overlook this matter. Your last contribution has done great things, Cardinal. We are now at a full fighting force and are able to repel the most dangerous attacks. Even if the Genie King himself were to arrive in his vast galleons from the south, we could withstand the siege for some time now. And in due
I'm
time...
trying to unite the Okay.
No, you, Cardinal. Speak up.
I'm trying to unite the temples as well into one unified force. But we need to be all united, whether it's Rashad, whether it's other people in the city. I don't think we can exclude people simply because we don't like their practices.
But slavery is evil. That's what Thomas always said.
Well, I mean, I don't think we should look at the world in black and white. I mean, sometimes some things are the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But haven't things been that way for too long? It's time for a change. Roll persuasion roll. So how it works is you guys have one success.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Sure. You guys have one success. I have 2 successes. It's best of 3. Or best of 5, right? So I roll a 15, right? Something like that.
Roll the 22.
Yeah, so you convince her a little bit. Her mind is beginning to change a little bit.
That was a perception roll.
Last one.
Oh,
Perception
I made a
roll.
mistake.
You have to roll with the
Yeah.
You rolled a 9. What's your you rolled a 9 plus your
17.
So 17. You still win. You use your inspiration to try to convince her. She says, "But we're so close to finishing the audit, and once we can prove that he's been evading the taxes of the kingdom for so long, and the king even going back to Ian Parnish, we'll be able to banish him at least."
What if my temple were to take over the audit for you, and we'll make sure that your every gold piece and missing person is accounted for. I mean, you can certainly trust my temple to do the work, whether it's later or to right now.
You would do this, Cardinal?
Yes, I'll vouch for it personally.
It was rumored that the knights of old were connected well with the state. Thomas hated this, of course, but I am open to the idea to let a marriage between the church and the state exist more.
Oh no.
Well,
no, not this.
well, I'm hoping
You
that
should
all
love
the
that,
churches,
Vero.
I'm hoping that all the churches will unite. In
No,
fact,
that's
we're even
out of
thinking of
character.
we're even thinking of a temple of water to add to the elements.
That is your choice, Cardinal. I personally believe in the goddess of wonders. The Cardinal rolls the last persuasion roll. This is for all the marbles.
God,
Roll pretty low. He's pretty persuaded by this. Cardinal passes and wins. All right, you will take over the audit.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You're very kind and you're very wise.
Is there any other things that matters you wish to discuss while you're here?
I believe my companions might have something to request. I'll turn it over to them.
I was simply interested in becoming acquainted with the lord of this land,
I am a lordess.
and it is a pleasure to meet you.
It is a
Yeah,
pleasure to
fuck the
meet you. It's a pleasure as well.
You hope one day you may have me grace these halls with one of my requiems.
Of course. Feel free to come by on the morrow if you wish.
I would be honored to do so.
No,
I
great,
expect to
he's
see
getting his
you.
claws in.
What is your name, sir?
The name is Bonin, a simple performer.
But you look so magical.
Oh, these are simply party tricks. Wouldn't give it much mind.
And perhaps enchanting.
Only to enhance the display and the showmanship.
I will see you tomorrow, Lord Baden. You wish to speak to me as well, Archmage? Do you have other matters to discuss? Or does anybody else have anything else to talk to the Queen about?
Booker has something. I'll let him go first.
Oh, no, I was actually clearing my throat. Sorry. Almonds.
Same character.
I found there was some almonds in the front lobby. I don't know if they were for us or for guests or what. I just was really hungry. I'm sorry. No. I don't have anything to say.
Do you want to say anything to the Queen?
No. I got nothing to say.
Lock this trident in your treasury, please.
The
A
trident,
gift for you.
The trident says something to you, Anto. It says, what about laying the foundation for the temple? Shouldn't we get the Queen's blessing? This would be a good time, Anto.
I want to get the money because I'm not going to start small. If we're going to do something, it's going to get big. It's not going to be a small little apple. It's going to be a melon.
It has to be a big fish?
Just like the fish, it's got to be a big fish.
Ah, you need to get your analogies. Stop thinking like a surface walker and more like a water walker.
Sure.
Vyro, do you want to say anything?
Vyro simply introduces himself and lets her know that he was out of the city for a couple months and is pleased to see that traditions have changed to allow a woman on the throne.
Of course. Did you hear that Shirebrook has been freed as well? from the forces of the darkness. The problem is, to the east, Aghel is still in control, they say. And he is planning to launch an invasion east when the forces of the darkness gather. We are truly not safe until the darkness is destroyed. But it is gone for now, at least, and hope has returned.
Albrook. Okay, I see. Aghill.
Yes,
Where's Aghill? Out of character on the map. Is
he's
it on there?
east.
East.
Is there any other matters you wish to discuss?
I will conduct an investigation on these children going missing.
All right. Does everybody leave then? As everybody's business has been kind of dealt with?
Yes, thank you so much for your time, Your Majesty. We know it's very valuable.
It is, but you are always welcome, Cardinal. And you guys depart the Whitehaven. You guys leave into the courtyard. Commander Mudteeth comes up to Viro and says, "The links are behind it, I'm sure.
Oh, I know.
Now that you are in control of the audit, though, I suggest you bring it to a close, so we can kick all those assholes out.
I'm gonna
Slavery
start
is
at the
terrible.
docks.
Doesn't matter what you do. If we can't prove it, and you guys won't kick them out, nothing will change. Even if you assume they're sitting every fucking child here.
Well,
What are you going to do
I mean,
about it?"
I'll let my actions speak louder than words.
Let us approach this rationally and calmly. Surely we shall gather the evidence to assure these very severe accusations are true before making any conclusions or actions. Yes?
I lost half my
That
men
is
to
what-
the previous king in bad judgment.
And I believe you would be in bad judgment again to be so brash.
Heads
Oh.
cracking open, little squid things falling out of their fucking heads. It's enough to drive you crazy.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
I said
Squids?
heads popping off and little brains popping out of them. The shit I have to endure would... You couldn't handle it. You're too weak and scrawny. Just send you out to the training camp, little one. Looks over at Booker.
Frankly, I am offended and rude. Well, I am also rude. Second of all, you're very rude. And thirdly, I mean, it seems perfect if we are the ones who are going to be dealing with the audit. I mean, after all, we have a friend of his, and I point to Barrett. Pardon. He rubs elbows with him when we were there.
And yet he still walks around like a free man.
Mm-hmm.
He should be banished.
Well, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If we have a way in... Okay, I'll explain that later, but for now, if we have Barnun, I don't know. I'm still learning her name. I'm gonna have to learn to that. If we have him, all this requires is just a bit of espionage. If we can get him to basically reveal something, or if we can find something of his that he is hidden, it shouldn't be that difficult if he pretty much hands us the information that is required.
Just get it done.
With pleasure.
Commander Mudteeth kind of sternly, gives you a menacing look and walks away. What do you guys do? You guys are currently in the courtyard of Whitehaven. Currently in the courtyard of Whitehaven. Where do you guys want to go, and what do you guys want to do?
I don't know what anybody else is going to do, but this week I was going to investigate the Eurus's situation, and also I would also try to set up some space in the temple for the water temple for Anto, and maybe Eurus as well. I don't know if there are any priests to Eurus, and possibly Votun, because there's no deity of Earth, so maybe Votun would be the closest.
Are we not going to deal with the vampire that's under the city first?
What vampire? I feign
Can I
innocence.
insight?
I insight that. I definitely insight that.
Delion makes a deception roll versus Barnon and Booker's insight. And Viro, whoever wants the insider.
26. Yeah, well, I'm going to try to kill him. I got an 8.
Delion rolls a
Oh!
deception roll, rolls a natural 1.
Instantly,
So-
everyone just squints.
Delion,
Why are
my
you
dear,
feigning
surely
it?
you would
Why
not
are you-
withhold information from us.
Yes, Delion.
He's not an agent of evil. I mean, he used to be.
Maybe that's where the
Good.
missing children are going.
I run to the sewers.
Oh wait! Damn it! Oh, what have I done?
Vero, please
I-
wait.
I doubt it. I mean, he used to be a very good companion to Exodus, even. So I don't think he's an agent of evil. He's just hiding out,
If he
because he
isn't,
has
then
nowhere else to go.
maybe he can answer a few questions. And if I go down there and don't see children, I may be inclined to let it pass.
He's also controlled crime, so he's gotten rid of most of the other crime bosses and taken their place and sort of put a stable element to it. So I'm looking at it from the, as I said, I'm trying to look at this from the big picture, even though I might seem very young to you, but I am trying to look at this political picture.
If we are dealing with a more hands-on deck situation, we could have Orion resurrected, and we could get OX3 back. We just need the head and take it to the gnomes, which that still needs to be taken care of. Because if
I
he
think-
has any information,
I think the last couple of resurrections I've tried, we seem to be blocked by the darkness, so I don't really want to try again. And if we do it with vampires, it's likely they might just be destroyed. So I'm just a little bit concerned about doing any sort of resurrection in the time of the darkness.
well, I don't think we need to do a resurrection for a head of a machine, of our friend, of course. So he just needs to be brought back online.
But I think the cost is excessive unless we dispose of well, which is what I was going to discuss next week.
Oh, I still need to interview that thing, if I can.
See, this is why I wrote down all the actions for the week so I could keep track of what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, you wrote them down? When did we get together and do? When did we? No. This is in character. When did we all get together and write this down? Or are you
Yeah,
not?
I wrote it down. I put it in Discord. But
Mm.
I have I can share it with you. But
What is
I'll be
Discord,
sharing
Delion?
week one.
Yes, what is Discord? Is not Discord just chaos?
I knew you were a demon, Delion.
Anyway, the point is that
Jennifer.
unless
Mm.
if we dispose of well, we would have the amount of money necessary to do other things.
Okay, so Delion made plans. Okay.
Delion, are you sure you're not being deceived by a vampire?
I'm pretty sure, and we've got a lot of things to do, including finding the possibility of a one-way teleport to Husad, for example, to meet the Genie King.
Well, if we can at least get that, get a circle somewhere or find one, we at least have a way back if I can keep well stocked.
We already set aside a atrium space for the teleportation circle that you are indicating.
All right.
But if you really want to talk to Azul, I can't stop you. But
No,
my
no,
feeling is
no,
that
no. I'm just saying it was a. There's multiple reasons going down there. You know, a vampire and a thieves guild don't really connect well. And eventually you just get an undead sort of spawns that are also thieves and good at breaking into people's houses and kidnapping people and having food and such. So
But my understanding was that he wasn't making more vampires, that he was killing the bad guys and essentially operating the underground.
oh, and have you checked on him?
Yes, we should do that.
We've been kind of busy, so no, I haven't checked on it.
Probably should add that to your itinerary there.
I will go ahead of you. And I'll start walking away.
Vera, oh no. He'll be
Myro
fine.
starts walking away.
Shall we assist him?
I think he's set in his way. Yep, there he goes.
He may be a little hot-headed for the situation, I think.
I think I may have poked a button too hard.
Well,
Personally, whether you get rid of Azul or not, it's going to have a minor effect on the entire world because there's more things that are going on. But it's your choice.
well, what else are we to do while we await our orders?
Yeah,
I've got a whole
you're fine.
list of stuff. I've got a whole list of stuff to do.
You see him like smash open your sewer grate and just jump down.
He has no idea where he's going. He's just going to the
He has
sewer.
no idea. He's going to the sewer, yeah.
I just cast a message. Vero, don't go too far just yet. If we lose you, we couldn't be able to find you.
Don't worry. I'll blast through this floor if I have to.
We should probably catch up with him.
Delion,
never
could
get
you
lost.
make room in your itinerary for Vero?
Away!
Just a day.
I don't really want to go look for Azul, but
One day.
very well.
Oh, it wasn't her last encounter with him not too good.
I think that's why we need to do another insight check.
No.
And start walking after Vero. Hey, stop, come back.
No.
Anto and Delion both know where Azul is at. What is Anto doing?
I know where he's at.
Yes, you do.
Because the last thing I remember where he was, Dylan went by herself.
You fought Alarian, right?
I know I didn't. The only thing that I do remember was like Dillian like disintegrating the shit out of a person. And that's it. And I don't think that's where he's keeping Azul.
Anto, where do you want it? Do you want to go to Azul?
I didn't disintegrate them.
I mean, yeah, I'm going where everybody's going. So.
Anto's following the group. He's just a mercenary looking for more gold anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going into the sewer looking, and Delion and Anto both know where Azul is at. They start weaving you down through the sewers and lead you into an area of something vast.
Ooh.
The vast catacombs of... Hold on here. The vast catacombs beneath the city.
I cast dark vision on myself. I have dark vision.
You have to do that. I have my eyes flare bright.
Mm-hmm.
It's like flashlights.
You see
Nice.
mist below, and a shady figure comes out of the darkness. You know, I'll have everybody roll perception versus my stealth on this guy.
Not a natural one.
Perception
19.
15.
Anto, you notice like someone's approaching you out of the shadows. What do you do?
I'm like, hey, we got company over here. I try to look. It's look like an assassin or something.
What are you doing back here?
Ah, that's just a person. Yeah, what are we doing back here? I wasn't listening really good. So
I have questions for this Azul.
And who are you?
talking to me?
Talking to Vira.
Oh, okay.
Vero, chosen knight of Ivonia.
What business do you have with Azul?
I need to discuss missing children.
And other individuals, adults, women, men.
Yeah, mostly children.
All right. I can't stop you anyways, knight, but be careful. Keep your sword sheathed. All right?
Very well.
Be in your best interest to do so. And
I
keep
say
your
nothing back.
keep your fingers bound. Looks over at the cardinal. You spared Azul life's once, but
I'm
he is
not
more
really
prepared
here
this
to-
time.
I'm not really here to fight.
That's good, Cardinal. He remembers you. Come this way. And he begins to lead you into a giant area with walkways of a decrepit nature.
I look down and see all the
Dozens.
evil fog. Like, dude,
Yes.
these guys are so definitely evil. There's evil fog.
That's
Who are we
right.
just talking to?
A random thug.
No one.
Random thug. One of
Random
Azul's
thug.
henchmen.
46.
Which number? 2, 1.
And the guy leads you up to an area where there's an altar. And you see Azul there. Azul, his skin is pale, a hallmark of his vampiric nature, and his eyes are cold and predatory. Azul carries a bow and a quiver of arrows, weapons he has mastered with deadly precision. A combination of natural agility and powerful weaponry makes him a force to be reckoned with, both in his pursuit of prey and in his eternal quest for blood. Despite his monstrous nature, there is a wild beauty to the wood elf vampire, a haunting grace that is both irresistible and dangerous. You've returned, Cardinal.
Yes, but I guess these gentlemen would like to talk to you. Me personally, I didn't really have a need to cross paths again unless there's some major issue.
Around Azul, you guys can make a religion roll as he has like an altar here. Right?
23.
Religion, where is that? Okay, there it is. Oh, 22.
Getting you out there burning. Booker, you recognize it as an altar of Isha, the goddess of hunt,
Oh.
and mother to the three moons of Isha. And Azul says to you, he says, last time we met, Cardinal, I did not have enough men to watch me. But now, as you can see, I do. As he points around, this area has, men, associated here.
As I said, we're not really here to fight, but I don't think, even if you had 100 men, we would still be able to destroy them. It's not relevant.
Very brazen. But yet you are unable to turn me.
No, just stating facts. And we can't turn you back because there's something bigger going on with the darkness.
I would never let you turn me.
Well, it's either that or be destroyed, but I'm not going to do that right now.
While this is happening, I would want to use subtle spell and skill empowerment on Delion for persuasion.
Okay.
Cool. She's probably not going to be the one talking.
Oh shit!
This was not on her itinerary, so
What do
Well,
you guys
I'm
do?
assuming that she would be the one to keep us from getting into a fight here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have the magic
yeah.
circle prepared, so
There's-
it would be enough
Still
to keep
some-
the undead away.
So I put the models out. Like as you can see, he has quite a few thugs around here, right? And he's near his altar. And Delion, this kind of reminds you of someone, doesn't it? And Anto kind of reminds you of someone too. Reminds you of Alarian, and you killed her. And this is where Azul was turned into a vampire, was he not? And his body defiled. You remember that, Anto?
I wasn't here for that.
Okay.
Is he the only vampire, or is there more?
You look around and make a perception roll. He appears to be the only vampire.
I mean,
You've-
he's kept
you've-
his word. Like, he hasn't turned anybody.
Alright.
You have come. What is your questions?
Most of the vampires I meet are on bad terms, but I'm just here to ask a few questions.
What is your name?
I'm wondering if my name is Vero, Knight
Vero.
of Evonia.
He pulls out his bow, and he like looks at it. It appears to be like a wood elf bow, but it's pretty special. You know, the engravings on it are from the Southlands. Yes. What is your question? As he
Do you
caresses
know of
it.
any Do you know of any disappearances of men, women, and children convicted by the Iron Links?
Men and women and children go missing all the time around here.
I'm asking specifically due to the Iron Links.
What's it worth to you?
Well, this is my city. And if honestly women and men can take care of themselves, I'm more concerned with the fact that children are being taken.
I see. Well, I have the Queen's Guard up my ass. And I heard a dirty little rumor. The Cardinal, before she left, gave quite a bit of gold to the Queen. Now the Guard makes my business very difficult here.
Well, we can't make it too easy for you, otherwise it would look obvious.
We have a
Well, you-
city to take care of.
Made it damn near impossible. I thought that was what our agreement was, Delion. You would leave me here, and I would be able to do my business and kick my way up to you, and I would be running the show. But instead,
The
you
agreement
funded
was
you funded the Crown, and now they have a damn near army.
We turned
The
over to
agreement was that
Delion.
you wouldn't
This
be destroyed.
mouse that gave, like, you made a deal with this guy?
It was a necessary political deal.
Necessary.
Yes, your high and mighty Cardinal deals with the low kind, like myself, Knight of Ivonia.
May we set our emotions aside for a temporary moment? Vera is only interested in the missing children, and I believe you could provide us some information on that in your dealings with the criminal underground here. Could you do so, and we can be on our way? I'm a little bit uneasy of the situation right now.
I don't see any coin.
What is the information worth to you?
Sorry.
Let us say someone of your stature, Cardinal, handing out thousands of coins to the Queen, Let us match the price.
Friend, may I call you such? We must have reasonable prices if we are to negotiate. Pretend it is simply Vera or myself having this conversation. Delion is not a part of this.
I did kind of drag you here.
Well, I, for one, can't see past what things cannot be seen. And I am not so stupid to know. As Anto takes a step down, a thug kind of like steps in his way.
I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. Shh. You're disrupting the conversation.
I'll put some coin out, god damn it.
You're not going to get any coin from us, so either help us with the children.
See what I
Or-
mean?
You know,
I can't just ignore something that's there. This little girl thinks she can just run ramshot over everyone she sees. She ambushed me while I was sleeping. Shackled me.
Yeah.
and would you like
Mm.
your reign to end today? I don't think so, right? So just
Oh.
help us with the children.
Okay, let's. It's very nice to meet you. I am so sorry that you were on terms badly. It sounds like with her. All we ask is I just slowly take a few steps forward. Just all we ask is for a general ear open. And the money, and I'm going to just start taking money out. One, no, I'm going by five. So this is I'm 10. You know what? Let's go by tens. I'm gonna
As
put
you start doing
1,000
it, as you start taking out the 10 pieces at a time, he says, "How about the whole sack?"
No, I keep it in here. It is my bag of holding. I'm just pulling it all out. That's all. I was
Oh.
trying to do with the money. I'm sorry. I was not trying to. If I dumped it, it would be a mess, and I would hate to make a mess of your great. Sorry, the word escaped me. I'm so sorry. Your great.
Altar?
Yes, altar. That's the word. I was going to say shrine, but it didn't feel right because a shrine is smaller and altar is bigger.
Didn't
Yeah,
you
sorry.
guys come down here, take this guy out? Whatever.
She does not speak for at least myself and her here.
No, we were actually. It's funny. Rashad is his name. Correct me if I'm wrong. He had said that there were vampires under the city, or a vampire at least, and said something about coming to deal with that. I believe, and I'm just gonna put 1,000 gold down, and just to keep a general ear.
Come closer. With the gold.
Put the bag of holding away and just kind of like bring it over. I'm being very cautious. Yes.
Don't give him the gold. What are you doing?
We're simply making a trade, Delion. Please.
Delion, this is not your gold to spend.
No, but we're not going to be extorted either.
I
Why did
ignore
you bring
her.
me down here if you're going to just give him gold?
I ignore her.
This is a trade for information, which is a valuable commodity.
I'm stepping on the altar. Sorry.
I thought that Vera was probably going to try to eliminate him, but I guess you have a different idea.
And if you notice that Vero is not currently beating someone's head in.
You see Vero's leg tapping viciously on the ground.
Okay, sorry. I hold the gold. I don't. 1,000 gold is heavy. Oh, I gently put it on the altar, trying not to spill it. There we go.
I shake my head in disgust. I'm like, can't believe you're doing that.
Oh, please,
You're the one who
deal
let
with them yourself.
Yes. That is true, knight. The one that you say that is so high and mighty is actually the one reason why I'm existing today. She was too much of a coward to turn me. I would never let her anyways.
You didn't want to be turned.
Yes, and you're a coward for not doing so.
That's ridiculous. You refused, remember?
Yes.
I asked you many times.
Because you're a little girl who doesn't know what she's doing.
Okay, now you're changing your statement. He's a liar. You can't trust him. He just changed exactly the entire conversation that we had.
Did I? You were the one that was
Yeah.
pissing in your pants.
No,
No.
I just didn't want to kill you.
I didn't want to kill you.
Well, there you go then. But that
And
doesn't
you're-
mean we should give up gold either.
I don't kill little girls.
Yeah, you kill everybody else. Anyway,
Rashad wants us to kidnap the children for him. He plans on putting them on ships south to Husad.
So you have been doing that.
Of course. They pay us 100 gold a head.
Well, we got what we wanted. Shall we
I can't
leave?
turn undead on Azul.
Do we roll initiative?
Yes.
Okay. It's only a matter of time before Viro goes ham.
Oh.
Hey, I mean, I got the information.
Everybody rolls initiative.
Actually, instead of turn the unholy, I'll use sacred weapon instead.
Okay.
So you see
Give me
this
an attack.
holy light just blow up from my sword as he says that.
Yay, 10.
Oh, as he casts a spell, my head slumps down. I'm just like, ah.
I just realized where I'm at and just, oh no.
So we got Anto with a 14. We got Viro. We got
With a
Barnon
9.
with an 8. And then Viro with a 9. Delion with a 17. And then Booker
Ooh.
with
10.
10.
One.
So I think
Oh,
you're
no.
going right next to Viro. Is that what's going on? Viro, what'd you get? I didn't see your roll. Oh, there you go. 9. Okay, so you go ahead of Viro.
Nine.
There we go.
9.
Just making sure I got everybody correct. Barnon, let me see what you got.
I got
An
an
8.
8,
Okay,
but
so I
my
think-
D&D keeps crashing.
It is what it is. Let's load up. I roll. Let me roll up with this. I can't roll it while I'm doing the combat thing for some reason. Roll a 9, so Azul will go up second after Delion. I have to beat Delion's roll. So let's put Azul up. And let's put all the thuggies and things out. Okay, let me put these guys out.
What was the name of the goddess? The
Isha. Goddess of the Hunt.
Yeah, what was her name again? Sorry.
Isha.
Isha. Okay. Just
Delion's up first.
Isha.
As Viro begins to cast magic, and Azul looks over at her and says, "Bloodshed it is then, for Isha." Delion, what do you do? Let's finish this then, little girl.
I have a question. Is he going right after me? Is that the basic turn?
He hasn't done anything yet. He sees Viro acting hostile.
I'm gonna hold. Actually, to hell with it. I'm just gonna throw a fireball
Where at him?
at him, and it's a 20-foot sphere, so it should hit everybody around him as well.
It hits
Did- did-
everybody.
did-
Else is-
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
not hit the
20
core.
foot,
It hits everybody.
20-foot sphere, not 21.
It hits everybody.
Wait, yeah.
I'm in that close space.
Except for Ansel, who's always out of harm's way.
Fire to the. I'm not gonna.
And to
Which
the
case-
You're
tank.
gonna throw fireball bookers.
Let's
right
do it.
there.
Dude,
Let's
that's
do
so
it,
much
Delion.
fun.
You cast fireball on everybody. I love it. This is what Delion would do, guys.
Counter spell.
You're gonna counterspell Booker?
Spell. Hold on. I need to check. Yes, I do. Okay.
I'm casting fireball at 5th level. You know that, right?
So Delion and Booker both make opposing rolls. And add your spell attack mod. Delion adds +2 to the roll.
Well, attack mod. Okay.
Spell attack
I'm
mod.
resistant to fire.
We'll roll.
they have a 18.
Ah, well, it was a 1.
You try to counterspell her, but she's just too quick. And as you
Oh.
try to counterspell her, the spark has already left her hand, Booker. So mark the level 3 spell on your spell sheet, Booker, right? As you cast
Yeah.
it. And then Delion, roll damage as we everybody
10d6.
everybody rolls deck save as everybody's incinerated in Delion's fireball. What's the spell save DC?
17.
Yeah, I fell.
46 points.
Yep, I failed.
Azul fails, and then I'm going to roll for the guys. This is just the roll for the dudes. Guys roll a natural 20, so I'll say they take half damage. But they're incinerated. As Delion rolls 46 fire damage, they're still, even if they pass with a nat 20, they're burned alive. You just hear them all scream, and just after the fireball envelops them, there's like a big like whooshing effect. As you just hear this huge explosion across the altar, the coins splash up against the wall just from the backdraft of the heat booker, and then everybody had to make a save. What's your spell save DC? You said 17, Delion?
Mhm.
So everybody, Booker fails. I think everybody failed the save, so everybody takes 46 fire damage, and Vyro takes half.
So I took half.
Yeah. And Azul's still standing, but he's badly hurt. He's almost bloodied. As you see the wounds begin to heal, Delion, what else do you do?
You can't regenerate if it's fire, right? Or is it radiant?
no.
It's radiant. Oh well, yeah.
Delion? Delion, what do you do? I think he's done with his turn. Azul's up. Azul regens some HP, right? But Delion blasts away and destroys a lot of the minions. And Azul begins to run away. He begins to run this way. He looks at Vyro or Delion and says, Delion, may swiftness die to you. As he casts the ability with his bow, he makes, I'm going to say with Azul, he had 2 attacks. So he makes 2 attacks against you. There we go. Attack number 1. He had like pretty high too. I think he had like a plus 10 to hit or something. So I'm gonna say he rolls a 23 to hit you. As he hits you, you take 1d8 from the longbow damage, plus his mod, which is like probably plus 5. So you take 10 plus 3d6 piercing damage. You take another 9 from the oath bow effect. Then he rolls again to attack you. Oh, I rolled the wrong dice. Actually, I roll with advantage, don't I, guys, with the oath bow? Because he's the chosen foe.
Whoever he chooses, yeah.
Yeah, I actually, let me see if I...
The dragon.
Yeah, remember he locked on the
still
dragon.
following the dragon.
So I'm going to actually roll with this one with advantage. This is the first roll.
What's the total damage?
I'll tell you in a second. He hit you with the 16. You want to know the damage I did before?
Yeah,
That you're asking for?
What do you mean?
Yeah, he hit you. You want to know the damage I did to you before?
Yeah.
He did 4 plus 2 plus 3. I think it's 5k or 3k Anto for a small temple. I just had that saved up. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4. I'm rolling it in Tailspire, guys, so you can just see the rolls, right? Let me see if I can drag these dice up there. I can't. So I hit you with that one. So here's the longbow damage. I rolled max damage. 8 plus 5, 13. So you take 13 piercing, Delion. And then I roll the damage from the oath bow. You take another 9, right? And he continues his run down the side of the wall, right? He probably makes it to there as he tries to spider climb. He uses his bonus action, dash, because he's a rogue, to dash down the side of the wall.
Oh no, not this shit again.
Yeah, he's probably like right here. Anto's up.
Well, I guess we're fighting, and that was a majestic fireball to start the fight. I'm guessing I'm like 10 feet away from this tug right here behind me.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so if it's 10 feet, I can attack it from where I'm standing right now with a trident. So,
Trident has a reach of 5 feet, right?
10 feet.
You sure?
What wasn't it 10 feet? Oh well,
It's
never
5
mind then.
feet.
Ah,
You gotta
the
get out of
trident
the
is so short. Okay.
I'm not short. Your arms are just too stubby.
Yeah, sure. Say whatever. Attack the first one. 22 to hit.
Roll damage. This guy, I gave him a lot more HP, but whatever.
That's gonna be 13 damage. And second attack. 25 to hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 14 damage.
They have an AC of 11.
And I'm gonna use superiority dice and use disarm strike.
Okay, you want to disarm him? Cool. Do I need to roll a save?
DC 17 strength saving throw.
Yeah, he has a +2 to strength. I've missed by 1, so his item's disarmed. His mace falls out of his hand.
And that's gonna be an extra 7 damage.
As you begin to impale him with 3 swift strikes, he's badly hurt and almost killed. Anto, you fought many guys, but this guy must be one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's chilling for
He looks
sure.
bloody, though. Thug 1 is up, and he picks up his weapon, provoking an attack of opportunity. You can roll an attack if you wish to, Anto. It's your reaction.
Should I attack it?
It's up to you.
It's good, yeah.
You're gonna kill these innocent thugs, Anto?
No, that's what I was gonna say. Can I just do it like non-lethal?
Please. Oh, please. They're literally
yeah.
children.
It's gonna be minus what? 2?
Yes.
So it's,
Well,
15.
I'm gonna say to do non-lethal damage. I'm starting to do this a little bit more. You have to roll with disadvantage. I'm gonna start
With
using advantage and
disadvantage?
disadvantage more instead of modifiers. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first roll.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So you
15 to hit.
So you have to roll a natural 1 to miss. By the way, with wave.
Yeah, right. So that's gonna be a 1. No, so it's 9 damage.
9 damage of non-lethal. He picks up his weapon and attacks you 2 times. Right. Attack number 1. He gets a +4 to the roll. What's your AC at?
This my AC was 20, 21.
He
I
hits
have
you
the
there.
mithril shield.
He hits you at that attack because I rolled a natural 19. I'm going to just say I take the first roll of that, a 3 plus 2. You take 5 damage. Booker's up.
Where did he go? Which he went off the side that over here, right?
Yeah, he jumped over this way and then ran down. You hear him just scurry off over this way.
Well, first off, Booker slumps against the wall of the altar and is just holding his hands just here, we'll talk about this later, and I'm going to slowly move my way this way. That's what, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, just kind of look. I guess I can't see him from here. 15, 25, 30. Spells. I'll cast Mage Armor on myself, and then in my turn, did not have that.
Thug comes up to Anto and attacks him. A roll with advantage. These guys get pack tactics when they attack with advantage. Of course, my dice roll off the cliff. I roll a 13 plus 4. It doesn't hit you. Rolls a second attack.
Before
You
that,
already-
I activated
You already
feature.
used your reaction to attack the guy, right?
Oh, you're right.
And I rolled that one, and I still miss you with an 18. Viro's up.
Oh, God.
You acted
will
quick,
run.
but Delion was quicker.
23. Yeah, I'll leap down.
Okay, I'm gonna just do
Any fall damage
1d6.
from that?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
1d6, but I'm not gonna make you fall prone. You take 2 bludgeoning damage.
And I will use. How much movement was that? Was that about 30?
Let's just say 20, man. We don't need to be super technical about it.
And I will kind of look over the edge. Can I see him?
Yes. You see him like climbing across the edge.
I will quicken spell Vortex Warp.
You want to vortex warp him?
Yes.
Okay, do I have to make a save with him?
Constitution, I
Yes.
believe.
Constitution.
Okay, I'll roll it up. He has a +3 mod to it. There we go. 12 plus 3 is 15.
That fails, so 17 DC.
Okay, where do you want him to go? Because you like push him, right? You teleport him somewhere.
Yeah, I put him right next to me.
Okay, right there, like that,
Yep.
or you want to put him like away from the cliff a little bit, like that.
No. Right next to me.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I make my 2 attacks.
To cast that spell, it's a bonus action.
Quicken spell, yes.
Oh, nice.
First one to hit's a 34.
Yes, you hit him with the cauterizing blade.
He takes 11 damage, and also I have the weapon of certain death enchantment, so he can't heal. I believe that's what that does.
Okay.
And I will smite at 4th level.
Which means...
At what level?
4th.
Okay.
That'd be 68, I think.
If you say so.
You
Radiant
get a
damage.
bonus 2 against undead.
Yeah,
well, I thought it was
yeah.
a bonus 1. Or what paladin?
Would
Pretty
be
sure
4th
undead
level.
get 2 d8s.
So it's 2d8, right? And then you get an additional 1d8. You get 1d8 lower, right, for the for if it's undead. So at level 4, it's so 2 level. This would be 2, 3, 4. It'd be 5d8 plus another 4, I believe, for undead. So it'd be
I thought
9d8 damage.
I thought you could only go up to a maximum of 5d8. Sorry if I'm not trying to...
No, it's-
when
there's
you
a
get
crit-
melee weapon attack. You can spend 1 spell slot to do 2d8 extra damage plus 1d8 for each level higher than first.
Okay.
Max 5d8 and plus 1d8 against undead, so it'd be a max of 6d8.
That's 7.
So is it 7 or... I have it at 9, guys. He does 98 damage. Am I wrong?
What level are we doing it? 4th or 5th?
You said 4th, right? So then it's
Oh,
minus
okay.
2, right? So he said 9. So it's minus 2, it's 7. 78 damage. Right? Roll 78, Vyra.
3, 5.
Oh,
It's your call. Math is hard.
It's 68. It's 3 more levels to get the 3 and then the undead
okay,
6.
I'll do the 68.
Okay, 68 it is.
Arithmetic is hard.
29 radiant damage.
Holy blast rips across Azul, and he screams out in pain. He's like, "Don't!"
And with my second attack, would you allow me to tackle him off the edge?
You have to make opposing grapple rolls and then move him. It would require a shove, so it'd take 2 actions to do, so no, you couldn't do it.
Okay.
You could grapple him
I'll
if you
just-
want.
I will,
You have to have a free hand to grapple. Do you have a shield out?
Oh, yeah, I do have a shield out. Never mind.
Hmm.
I'll hit him again.
Shield bash him off.
What's your weapon? A sword or
Natural
mace or-
1. He counterattacks you.
Yep.
But he rolls with disadvantage because he is Delion targeted. He rolls with a +10, though.
I thought Vero had advantage from the Twitch. But
He tries to shoot you, and he's like, he just draws his bow wildly as he redraws it, but the arrow just flings off into the chamber, right, Byro?
What are you aiming at? I used everything. Good. Fill that on my
Thug 3 is up. Thug 3 moves up to Delion and attacks Delion with 2 attacks. I hit you with the second
gonna-
attack, Delion.
wait, I'm gonna do warding flare.
Okay, so that would be the first attack as he attacks with disadvantage. The second attack, he rolls with it messes up. So the first attack automatically misses, and I hit you with the second attack. That's what would happen, right? Because I rolled a 17. So I rolled the 2 rolls. It doesn't matter. I'll just say this. He rolls the next one. hold on here. Let's do this again. Since Delion warding
I do them
flare.
separately.
Well, I was trying to. So on the first one he misses on the warding flare. The second one he hits Delion. Let me cancel that one. And then I'm going to roll the 1d6 with the mace damage. So Delion, he hits you for 4 damage. Barnon's up.
All right, I am going to cast Dominate Person on the thug that just went up to Delion.
Okay.
And that's a wisdom save of 17.
Roll very high. He fails. He's
So
dominated.
I turn to the thug and say, diplomacy is always the better option, as I tune my instrument to be in the same tune as his soul and have control over him. And with my bonus action, I will command him to attack Azul.
I will. Is that it? Okay, the brigand. These guys. He has 2 archers up here that are shooting down. They shoot down at Booker.
Wait, oh, they're up there. Oh.
Yeah, I'll just give them 1 shot with advantage. Don't think I hit. Booker, I'm going to give them a +4 to hit, so they roll 16 against you, Booker.
16 misses.
Okay.
Sparks across mage armor.
Yeah, exactly. The second one rolls and tries to hit Barnon as he's concentrating on the spell. Rolls with advantage against Barnon. Roll a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Darn.
They're just shooting a short bow at you. There we go.
Damage.
I'm trying to roll it up. I roll, and I'm going to add just a +2 to the roll. 5 damage, then make a concentration check.
We're on
Take
death's
5
door,
damage.
baby.
You're on death's door,
Yeah.
Barnon? Good from the fireball?
Yeah.
I'm up next. I'm gonna cast.
All right, I hold my concentration on him.
Yeah, Delion's up.
I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds, which is a 30-foot radius. And I'll try to get as maximum number of people in the Mass Cure Wounds.
Mass Cure Wounds, okay, in a 30-foot radius. We'll say it hits everybody as you kind of undo the damage that you do, right?
Maybe.
You're going to hit everybody. You'll hit Anto as well. You heal for 12?
No, 22 points. It's plus 10.
22 points of healing, guys, to you guys as Delion says a prayer. Trying to undo the damage she did. Kept making Barnon come off death's door a little bit, as he might have to re-roll another character. Is that the end of your turn, Delion? Okay. Azul's up. Azul uses his rogue cunning action to disengage as a bonus action. He begins to... he's like, where is she? And he begins to... But he's getting hit pretty badly from you. And he's trying to tactically retreat a little bit. So he starts to scurry down. I'm just saying he scurries down 30 feet. He doesn't even try to shoot at you. Anto's up.
Okay, so let's keep on a second. This one right here. Non-lethal strike as well. Yes.
Okay, disadvantage. You just have to roll a natural 1.
23.
Roll damage.
With 9 damage.
You take the blunt end of wave, and you take the rear of it, and you just punch him right in the head, and he's knocked out.
Alright, that's one less person. With my other attack, I attack the one right to my left. And it's gonna be natural one.
Okay, he doesn't counterattack you. I'll okay, fuck it, I'll roll it. He tries to counterattack you, misses you.
Alright, so
you roll a natural 1. Hilarious.
I roll a natural 1. Yep.
Describe how you utterly fail.
I'm guessing it doesn't hit, so as I'm gonna swing, I notice that I'm like way too high, so the swing goes right above the head, like scraping the hair or the hood. And do I take damage of it? I'm assuming.
I have disadvantage on my next roll, guys. You do not take damage. Thug is knocked out. Booker's up.
Okay, Booker is going to. He's going to. Let me see. What level spell do I have this at? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it because spells change and they give
You see steam just emanating from you, like the sizzle from Delion's fireball is still emanating off of you.
A little jostled because I had an arrow just shot at me from above. So I'm going to actually, seeing how everyone here is having, well, you can't say that. Seeing how everyone here is having a little bit of a difficulty, does moving diagonal take more?
No,
or...
just because see how you're using the movement there?
Yeah. Oh, I should probably, let me just move back there. I'm going to move.
Silver gives me another disadvantage roll.
I'm
I have
going to
two
move
disadvantage rolls.
here where I'm in range of both
Sure.
of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grab a small little ball from my bag. I'm going to roll it between my my fingers, my palms, flatten it, and then just start to slowly stretch and cause absence to appear. And then I'm going to slap both of them and myself on the chest. And then all three of us vanish as I cast invisibility at 5th level. So you all are invisible for an hour.
Wait, greater invisibility or just invisibility?
It's invisibility. It lasts for an hour.
Or until we cast a spell or attack.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a dispersal. You're concentrating on something, so.
So who's invisible?
All three of us are.
All three of you are invisible. Thug is up.
And then I'm going to just move in a random direction this way and just try and keep quiet.
Okay. Thug is up. He attacks Anto. As Anto's like, did the party split again? Here's my 2 attacks against you, Anto. I miss. Well, actually, do it. I roll. Your AC is 20, you said? I roll with disadvantage, too. So that's my first attack at disadvantage.
I got a 21.
Here's my
21
second.
AC.
This is my second attack at disadvantage from Silver Dahlia. I miss again. Viro's up.
I looked down at where he went. And I tell him his ancestors would be disappointed in him.
You know nothing of my father.
And I quicken spell vortex warp again.
Okay.
Please finish him off.
On save.
He passes this time with a 21.
Yep, it certainly does. And I'm disappointed, and then I drop and go to tackle him while I'm falling.
Try to make a grapple check as you try to drop off the ledge. Roll an attack roll. Here's my counter roll. Athletics rolled from you. It's an athletics roll or acrobatics roll. I'm saying, sorry, it's athletics.
For this.
Okay, roll with advantage. I roll my roll here.
24.
Natural 20. Roll a natural 20. 24. I'm going to say Azul had pretty high dex, guys. He had like a 20 dex.
He specializes in acrobatics, too.
Yeah. You fail, and as he slips by, he's like, no, you're the failure. And as you jump down after him, he just like slips out of the way as he steps across the wall, and you fall, I don't know, I think it's 80 feet, guys. So it's 8d6 bludgeoning damage.
I will use Featherfall.
You cast Featherfall?
Yeah.
Okay. This would have been the damage because I was just holding the dice in midair. You cast Featherfall and lands gracefully on your feet as your reaction. Nice. Thug is up. He's possessed by you, Barnon, so I'm going to give you control over his model.
Okay. I can't precisely control him unless I use my action, but I just ordered him to chase after Azul.
That's not how I'm going to do it. You can just control him.
All right. Then I guess you do a dash action. And would he be able to know Azul's there?
Yeah, you can see him down there, right?
All right. and then I'll do.
Want to try to jump and tackle him?
No, he probably wouldn't do that since
Like
it's not
Vyro?
self-preserving. But
You can still do it under domination. Dominate allows you to do things against the creature's will.
no, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you think he would do that to attack,
It's up to you because you're the
All
one
right, I'll have him
dominating.
do it. I'll
You
have
want
him
to try
do
to
it.
jump after it? Okay, roll
Yeah.
roll an athletics roll. You get a +3 to the roll. Azul rolls. I don't know why. I'm just going to use the first die roll of this, whatever the roll is. So Azul rolls pretty low, probably like a 10. You might be able to grab onto him.
A 9.
So you miss by 1, and the thug jumps off and takes the damage, 86. As you see this guy jump off, he's like, ah! He just screams out to try to get Azul, and Azul's like, have you gone crazy? And then he falls 80 feet. So here's the damage to our poor little thug. He takes 31 damage, and I'm going to say he plummets to his death, and he dies.
He's right next to me. Like,
You just hear this
Gently
Damn.
floats down.
as you float down. Yeah, as you float down, you hear just like, ah! And you see this guy splat right before him. It's like, you'll pay for that, cur! As Azul, like, mocks you a little bit. I'm going to delete this guy. As he dies right next to you, Vyro. Barnan is up. It's his turn now. And your concentration is broken.
Yep. So I'm going to
You're just invisible now.
run. I'll do a dash action to get to this edge. And is Bardic Inspiration count as a spell?
It's
Is it-
if you want to be technical, it's an action point, right? Or it's just a bonus action thing, right?
Yeah.
It is not a
Yes.
spell.
There's
Alright,
also-
It's an ability.
then I will use that on Vero, and I'm assuming I would still have my invisibility then.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll say it works. It's fine. You can still
Okay.
inspire. What do you say to inspire him? Because you're like saying something of encouragement to him, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I would be playing a tune that I feel would be matching the fiery passion of Vyro.
man, that just jumped off to try and tackle a guy.
Yeah. Maybe some Die Hard I would try to emulate.
So you fall, live, someone else falls, dies, and there's just suddenly music
Blood.
playing from nowhere. It's
Uh,
a beautiful scene.
Vero's having a good day.
The archer fires at Delion's now invisible, so he doesn't see anybody as everybody goes invisible, so he only sees Anto. So he shoots once at Anto with advantage because he's shooting from higher ground. He misses Anto. The next one shoots at Anto. He can't see Anto. He doesn't see anybody, but he makes a perception roll to try to lock onto one of you guys. He sees someone, but his turn is over. Delion is up. He sees movement. You're muted, buddy.
Alright.
Oh, I have to roll. I'm sorry. I have to roll that. I will roll this with disadvantage since it succeeded. Silver gave me another disadvantage roll. He doesn't spot you. Delion's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at one of the archers because it's 100. It's within 120 feet. Or
Which archer do you want to
150
cast it at? The left or the right one?
Can I even tell which one's stronger?
The west or the east? You cannot. They're both uninjured.
Yeah, let's just hit the one that says Brigand Ranger on it then.
Okay, roll it up. Gonna blow my archer apart. My poor little bandit archers. My poor little brigands.
They're helping kidnap children. It's fine. Perfectly acceptable.
What'd you roll to hit? They have an AC of 11. Oh, you rolled an 18? Roll damage. There's your range spell attack roll.
Yeah, I'm
You're now
casting a second
visible.
one. Hold on.
You're now visible as well.
Yeah. Only 1 point.
You explode him. As you cast this radiant bolt that strikes him, it sizzles across the catacomb crypt. And you see this, Booker, you look over to the left, like being invisible, and you just see this explosion of body pits. It's like a grenade almost goes off in the center of this guy. White sparks illuminate, and you just see blood chunks. And then Booker, you just look over to where you just were as you were blown back by Delion's, chaos. Your ink hand like splotched up against the altar a little bit, so you see some ink splots there.
Vandalism.
I defaced a shrine. Oh, sorry, an altar.
Azul is up. Azul did not get hit by any damage this turn. He regenerates. He's badly hurt. He regenerates a little bit. And he begins to run around the side. So he spends 30. As a Wood Elf, I believe he has 35 movement. And then he gets another 35 as he moves over here. Bonus action, dash. So that's his move, bonus action to dash. And he stays right there. Anto's up.
Okay. So Delion's here, right? I can see her because
Yes.
the visual's gone. Okay, so I'm
Yes.
not alone. I'm not by myself. Good.
You
I was
see,
gonna
you
do
hear
something,
Delion
but okay.
you just hear like what Delion does best. She's exploding people,
Yeah,
Yep.
take care of one of the archers.
burning people in with fire and hate.
Yep. So I'm attack again to this one.
With non-lethal?
Well, non-lethal force. Well, the first one's going to be lethal.
Okay, roll an attack roll. Now in Pathfinder,
That's a
if you, hit
26.
if you hit 10 above the AC in Pathfinder, it's a critical hit. Just to let you know, just kind of an interesting rule there.
That's 12 damage.
That makes sense.
As you try to, you hurt him badly with an attack with the trident.
And the second attack is going to be non-lethal now. Let's see. So it's disadvantage.
Get him, champion.
And 21 with disadvantage.
Roll damage.
That's going to be 9 damage.
You'll do better next time, champion.
You know what? I want to keep getting hit, so accent surge.
Okay.
I'm going to attack it again. Non-lethal this time again. 18.
Roll damage.
It's going to be 11 damage.
You knock him out.
Alright, there we go. And I take a seat down and I sit on the stairs.
You do a toe stab into his foot. He screams, and then you pull the handle back and you slam it across his head, and he just falls backwards, knocked unconscious.
I did what I can. There's nothing else that can attack, so I'm gonna sit down.
You sit down as you see an archer readying an arrow shot against you. This thug is knocked out. Booker's up.
I just love he just sits down, looks up, just guys.
Attacking someone at prone attacking ranged people at prone answer, they attack you with disadvantage. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So.
Let's see here. 5,
Booker's up.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I get about right here, just walking down the steps, and you just hear beside you, Anto, you're doing very good. And I'll end my turn. I don't have anything else I can do. Silent.
Thug is up. Viro's up.
Oh, I could have dashed.
I will use my bonus action to use my Celestial Revelation, and these fire wings and a halo burst out of me. And so
You begin to fly?
Now. Yes.
There you go, buddy. I just changed your model to flying.
And I will use an action to dash. So it's 30, 15. And
You're
that
catching
will
up.
end my turn.
Barnon is up.
All right, I will give a bardic inspiration to Booker, and
Can't see me. I don't think that works like that, can it?
Yeah, technically you can't see him, Booker, so it doesn't work.
oh, right, because you're invisible too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be giving it to Anto then.
My
Okay.
concentration. Still
Anto
Wait,
lays
what
across
for?
the ground. How do you inspire Anto, who's just laying across the ground?
Anto, you must accelerate yourself off the ground here. And I will also be casting Vicious Mockery on the archer that's
Sure.
on the right side of, or the left side of Anto.
Is that I make a
Ugly and
save?
fat.
I make a what type? What
Wisdom
insult
save.
do you say to?
You're stepping out of tempo a bit. And that would be
What's your spell save DC?
17. Did he pass?
I missed by 1.
All right. So that would be 5 damage. And what is the save throw for? Just the damage? Oh, disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yeah, which would cancel out since he attacks. You are now visible too.
Yeah,
Barnon.
I'm visible now.
As you go visible, he attacks you, Barnon, but he just attacks a straight roll, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He is attacking from elevation, so I'm giving him advantage on the attack, so it cancels out. I rolled a 19 to hit Barnum.
That is a hit.
He rolls it, and then he rolls a d6 damage. Silver Dahlia gives me disadvantage on the roll, so I'll roll it instead. So on the next attack, though, because I already rolled this one, but she just tried to wing me in. You take 8 ranged damage, Barnon.
Okay.
Delion is up. You're muted, bud.
Did somebody knock down my hit points all of a sudden?
I don't think so.
This might be some mistake. Anyway, I'm gonna cast.
Except for
the guiding
yourself,
bolt at
because
the
I mean
other
you have resistance on fire damage, so even though you might have failed your own saving throw, right? You just took a lot of fire damage from your own fireball.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like 12 points. But what I'll do is I'll cast guiding bolt at the other one as well.
Roll a spell attack roll. The just from your as he screams out in pain, he tries to shoot at you. Exon, he releases, the arrow connects, but you see he's just badly hurt from your psychic damage that you do to him, right? As you're cutting words, you see blood coming out of his nose, and you see Delion rolls a what was your total
14.
roll, Delion? 14. So his AC of 11. Roll damage as you see this like Delion shoots another guiding bolt across the way, and this guy's gonna explode too. And as he you see the blood coming out of his nose, and then you see he looks down as he sees this white streak just start to traverse through the cavern, and you just see the lips muttering from his. You see his lips muttering, Barnon, and he says, "Oh shit," and he explodes.
Oh my god.
Delion, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, game over. I hope finally.
Azul is just regenerating, but he's badly hurt. And he hears all the chaos going off, and he looks up, and he climbs up, using his bonus action dash to get up on top.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Oh, prone.
He sees Delion up there.
No, he doesn't. Oh wait, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And he says, "You'll die today." He rolls with advantage to attack her. I think a natural 20 in there. Natural 20. See if I super crit. Pull another 20. As an arrow pierces out as it's guided through the oath bow from his father, he rolls and it strikes Delion right on the side of her neck. You see the arrow fly off. So this is critical damage. I'll roll the straight damage, then we'll roll critical damage. So this is 8 plus 5. D8 plus 5. So I will tell you the total damage, Delion, since the calculation might be a little kind of odd.
I thought he wasn't anywhere near us, but okay.
He climbed up. He has bonus action dash as a rogue. So here we go. I rolled a 5 plus 5 plus 8, and then I rolled 3d6, so that's 18, right? Plus the 3d6 right now from the first attack. 17. Almost max damage on that. Delion, you get shot in the side of your neck for 53 damage. Are you still alive? Are you still alive, Delion?
You're muted.
Roll a
Yeah,
d20
yeah.
Roll a d as you take massive damage from an attack. If you take over half your HP in a single attack, you must make a con save. DC 15 or take a stack of exhaustion. Rolled up, buddy.
I got the amulet of health from what's his name. So
roll it up. You get the saving throw with that, right? +4 or something like that.
Excellent.
So you still fail. You take a stack of exhaustion now, so all your attacks, saves, and so on. And he says, "My arrows fly true, and you will die." And he attacks you again, right? He rolls a 10 + 10, 20 to hit. And he hits Delion for 3 + 5 + 3d6. I will tell you the total damage in a second, Delion. 14. So I will tell you the total here. 22 more damage, Delion. He's still up. Delion takes 70 damage in a single round.
I thought you guys were taking care of this. Whatever.
Are you down, Delion? Almost, he says. And Azul is there. He's standing there. Anto's up. As you see the two arrows as he tries to finish off Delion.
Well, I'll use half my movement to get up.
Yeah.
And
this doesn't concern you, he says to Anto. This doesn't concern you. It's between me and the girl.
Yes, but that's my ticket of staying alive. A small chance to stay alive.
She just tried to kill everyone.
So Delion is still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the wall of force around Delion in a circle.
A wall of force
Nothing
goes
can
around
get through
Delion.
that.
A wall of force envelops Delion in a 12-foot, 10-foot cube, kind of like this. Protecting Delion.
Ox would be proud.
Thug is knocked out. Booker's up.
All right. So
You're still invisible. You attack with advantage, right? Attack rolls are made with advantage while invisible.
yes. So I'm going to this individual right here is just knocked out, but I can move through that space, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to.
You want to be super technical about it? It's a double move.
Well, I guess I was just wondering. I didn't know how it ruled.
It's considered difficult terrain.
Okay, so that's what 5, 10, 15, 20.
If you want to move up to Azul, I'm not going to be that hardcore about it. You could just move up to him if you want.
All right. Well, I'll move up to him and I'll get myself involved. Sure, why not? Okay.
The next player's attack roll is made at advantage as well.
Well, I'm gonna actually attack this.
What are you going to do?
Booker, the invisibility kind of just like rips it away off of him, like it was a shadow was just like hiding him. Reaches into his jacket and pulls out what looks like just sort of a black handle, and then keeps pulling it until a full like thin black sword comes out of his jacket, and I'm going to take a swing at him as I cast. Where is it? As I cast Shadow Blade at 4th level.
Wow, Shadow Blade from an actual wizard.
Booker wants to play a blade singer too.
Hey, I mean I can.
That's awesome, man.
By the way, while I'm in, I think what is it? If you drop the weapon or throw it, okay. I think it said somewhere whenever you're in dim light or darkness, you can make the attack roll with advantage. But I already have advantage, so.
Yeah, +2.
Yeah.
So you get 3 stacks of advantage. So I think you get +5 mod to the roll. So roll an attack roll with advantage.
All right. Let me
plus
see.
Your modifier +5. That's what we call the advantage modifier. The advantage advantage stack modifier.
Wait, hold on. Does it say what I rolled? Oh, I'm trying to look for it.
You probably use your spell attack roll. Just roll it up, buddy. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
You're probably
All
going
right,
to hit. His AC is probably like 15, 16, something like that.
Okay, it is a sword that I'm proficient with, and okay, so it'll be a +8, so 2d20, so that'll be advantage, roll d20, so like...
This is a Shadow of Mordor.
That's an 8, +8, that's a 16.
You have to roll with advantage, though.
Oh, I'm sorry, I rolled 2, I'm sorry. So that's the
There you
total.
go. So you roll a 14 +5 for the advanced stack mod, so you hit off that roll. Roll damage.
which is the total damage is 3d8 psychic damage.
Psychic damage. Wow.
Yes.
Cool. Does this require concentration, though?
Yes.
That's kind of the
So-
downfall of the spell a little bit. Cool.
Yeah. It's
All
fine.
good. That's
So
pretty good
10
damage and psychic damage, no doubt. 10
10
psychic
psychic
damage
damage.
as your blade rips across his body, like passes through him.
Yeah.
He screams out. He says, "No!"
I just stand there and just kind of hold the blade.
Between
Yeah, a lot
me
of-
and her.
Well, we need her, so I'm involving myself in this, and that's I end my
She
turn.
almost killed you. Thug is knocked out. Viro's up.
Yeah.
Viro's flying around.
Oh.
Wait, doesn't it have 2 measures right there?
That's 5 feet right there.
Okay.
Off 15, 20. There's your move action, right?
Yep. And why did it do that?
I do want to say if it says that it uses finesse, so would I add my dexterity modifier to that? too?
Yes.
Okay, then that's also add 4 to that as well. Then.
I can't see him, can I?
No, unfortunately, you cannot.
Then I will use my action to dash.
I'm going to say you can move up a little bit further and see him if that's what you want to do. It only probably require another 5 feet of movement, Viro. It's not a big deal.
Here he goes, I'll do.
Okay.
it's just-
What do you want to cast? He's just behind cover, probably, right? Like this.
+2.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the attack roll is made at disadvantage. Plus, Raimundo gave advantage to the next player. We used that for Booker's roll. He got +3. He had 3 stacks of advantage.
Sorry.
Can
That's
you
all
use
good.
one spell to target the same creature?
What are you trying to do?
Can you use twin spell to target the same creature? Because it says you
No,
can
you
target
cannot.
a second creature.
You have to target a separate creature with twin spell.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do a duplicating effect. But that's a cool idea. Byro will make it into a sanguine. I actually kind of already have it. It's called reverberation, where you can do like a damage effect twice.
cast-
Oh,
Like an echo.
yeah, exactly.
I'll just cast Sacred Flame on him.
I roll a dex save.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
Yeah, we'll see what I roll. I have to still roll pretty high. Probably roll a 10 or higher. He maybe passes. Probably passes. Azul deleted his character sheet, guys, so I can't see like all the little details.
Alright. Then that will end my turn.
He dodges out of the way. Barnum's up.
I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration to Booker. What a display of swordsmanship. And then I will also use, I think I'm going to just use Vicious Mockery on Azul. And
Raimundo gives advantage to the next player's attack roll as well.
I feel as if he is not very proficient with that bow. I don't know why. It's just, I have a feeling in his history he was terrible with it. And roll a wisdom save, and that would be 5 damage if he fails.
Alrighty. I picked up the 2d20s, so I'm going to just roll it as 1. We'll take the first roll. He fails. Do you do more psychic damage to him?
No, it's just
Take-
the 5 damage, but he has the disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Yeah. And he already has a stack of disadvantages. He wants to get a Delion. Delion's up. You're muted,
You're
bud.
muted.
That's okay. We don't want to hear the karaoke bar.
No, but does the Wall of Force block like certain spells, or is it just block
So
everything?
how I interpret Wall of Force is you can see through it, but you can't do it. Any attack roll cannot go through it. There's a basic kind of idea. Attack rolls cannot go through it. Saving throw stuff can't go really through it.
Well, spells can go through it that aren't projectiles.
Nope.
Yes, I will say that. I will say Anto's kind of saying no. But
No,
how
because
I
not even like Dimension Door can work through that stuff. That stuff. Like not even the ethereal plane walking through that.
It
Like,
depends
can I
on.
go through it?
Well, let's just have Delion. What does she want to do? Let's just ask her.
Well, I'm just curious if sacred flame would work because it's descending on a creature that I can see within range.
Hmm?
Just curious.
I will say. So how I kind of interpret it is if you cast a spell, like the guiding bolt is an attack roll. Sacred flame is like you spontaneously explode something, right, from a point in space. Yeah, I will allow it. So how we'll rule with wall of force effects, guys, going forward. If you want to use a saving throw ability behind someone with wall of force, it will work, but an attack roll will not work. You guys understand? Because one of the really dirty combos is that, like Dungeon Dudes talks about, is casting Cloud Kill on a wall of force, something like that. So,
Ooh.
yeah, and so that makes sense because it's kind of a saving throw ability. They see it and they call it the microwave. I will roll a dex save, right? I'll use the first roll. I roll a 13. This is dexterity based, so I say he passes. That probably will have 10 or higher.
I was going to ask if it was possible, but it's okay. You already did it.
Yeah, well, I made a saving throw roll, a dexterity, because I thought that's what you wanted to do. Azul is up. Azul says... Azul takes no radiant damage this turn, though, correct? He regenerates. He's like, stop this madness! Stop! As he sees Delion covered in the wall of force, and he says, "All right, girl. I'll submit to the procedure if you want. You can try to turn me back to an elf. I can see I'm outmatched. What do you say?"
I can't guarantee success, but certainly we can try it.
Well, I could see you're trying to kill me, and that's not... I don't want that.
That wasn't my original intention, but it ended up that way.
Well, you are the one carelessly throwing fireballs around now.
That's only because you were trying to extort us and intimidate us.
Vyro flies up next to him as he begins to negotiate this. What does Vyro do?
Arrow.
I'm guessing I heard all this.
Yes, we're just talking right now. Azul's... We're in the turn combat thing, but I'm moving your model because you're flying, at him. And he's kind of talking with Del. He's trying to negotiate with Del. He's like, "I'll submit to it, but don't kill me." Because he sees all his men are dead, around him too. What do you do? Delion says that he might do it, but it requires, a thing. What do you guys do? I'll break combat. I mean, if that makes you feel better.
I gotta go in 10 minutes anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do it, but obviously, there's no... He could be destroyed, so...
Fallen Gong calls out from the Twitch chat. He says, "Kill him."
Vera, wait. Allow me to talk. I know I'm not the most persuasive person, and I know you very much want to release justice upon this individual. But
Silver Dahlia says, "Kill him."
if you kill him now, he gets away with his crimes. If you want him
That's
to
how that works.
thievers, yes! He technically dies, nothing comes of it. We don't know where they go, we don't know where they've been. He, as a deliverer, knows a lot of information already.
I did say you. Perhaps we get our information for free.
I see I'm outmatched. I'll submit this time, Delion. If you want it. Don't kill me.
Smiles. It says, "Let's go through the turning."
All right.
Put the bow down.
He drops the bow.
put my foot on it and just kind of kick it behind me, not towards the cliff, but towards inlet, towards the pillar. I'm not going to be an ass about that.
I was going to do the opposite. I was going to kick it off the cliff.
Well, that's why I said that first.
Vero intercept it, redirect it off the cliff.
I fireball it. No, I do nothing.
We're dead.
I only have one request then, girl. Can we do it here? Near the altar of Isha? So if I die, my spirit may go to her. I'll be closer that way. I remember what happened with Thomas.
That's fine. I mean, it's your deity, and it's the Huntress.
All right. Okay. And that's where we'll begin the game next week, guys. Does that sound like a plan?
Sure.